I do have some questions for the applicant. The landscape architect hasn't necessarily presented, maybe you can catch my few eyes.
Oh, these are Randy's.
Sorry, Martha Case couldn't be here today. She had an emergency, so I'm trying to fill in for her. Something serious. Well, you've seen where the planters are, and what I'd like to do is just show you what the plants are that we're proposing.
Great.
So. We've got aloes as accent plants, and we've got 3 different varieties of aloe. They're all fairly low growing. Here's the aloe striata, whole aloe. Aloe maculata, yellow form.
Make you that then.
Means spotted. And aloe blue elf.
Okay, I don't think people are going to mess with these aloes.
Well,
Okay,
you know,
they corrected that.
you may refer to them as defensive plants, but anybody with a heavy pair of boots is anyway. One of the goals of this landscape is to have something that is reasonably sustainable and won't take a lot of water, is suited to the region in terms of its water needs, and also suited to the sea coast. So I think we have a pretty good plant palette. These have all been reviewed by and approved by, if not suggested by, the Parks Division. So we are in concert with them with regard to the plants. The next group of plants is low shrubs and perennials. We have the lobelia, the African daisy, and Santolina, also known as lavender cotton. The next group of plants is the vines, Asian star jasmine, pink bower vine, white bower vine, and climbing aloe. You can see some of the climbing aloe both at the exit to the long-term parking at the airport and also in Store and Placita. Yeah. And, you know, it's an aloe that climbs. And then there's also a golden flowered Pandoria or flower vine. And Martha has these all arranged together so that the flower colors are complementary. And I will tell you, she has no pinks with yellows. Something she just won't do. Okay, ground cover plants. We've got the Diamondia, which you can see by the scale there is a very flat, low-growing plant. Zania, and in this case, we're not using all of these colors, but we are using the 2 oranges and yellow together. We've got sea lavender. Blue morning glory, not the wild, crazy morning glory, seaside daisy, and 3 different kinds of ice plant.
I think you give that one come out of you.
Maybe that's an ice plant.
Pretty spectacular when they bloom. Unfortunately, they don't bloom over a long
Yeah.
period of time. But again, the plant palette was specifically for the location. And you know, they are used in groupings that we feel are appropriate and are going to be attractive. Martha took pains to get the low-growing ground covers against the sidewalk, against the travelers' way, so on crowded days, people can spill over onto the planters. Can't guarantee the plants will last a long, long time with that kind of traffic, but you know, we're keeping our fingers crossed that this is the best we can do other than putting in a treated grass lawn. So, trying to provide the color. I think you've seen the details for the trash recycling container and the trellis for the lamp post.
I forgot about this, maybe I missed it. What is tree trial? That's an interesting thing. The old girls here say they're climbing over.
That's where the vines go, the bower vines and the star jasmine and the climbing aloe.
It goes up to 7 or 6. That was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Pretty.
Wow.
So, I mean, we're hoping those will do the job. Provide some color, not necessarily year-round, but a lot of fun.
That's solid steel, iron.
Yeah, it's wrought iron. And it'll be finished the same green as the trash container. And then we've got the benches.
We've seen these.
Okay. And unfortunately, we're not able to get those any longer, but we've created a detail that's based precisely on that design. The benches will be in 3 pairs of 4-foot-long benches, 4 feet long, so that only a small person can sleep on one. Yeah. And I believe we located them after direction from Mark, away from the art show.
We wanted them in.
Or gardening.
They would go in the red area. They're supposed to
I
be
have a sense that we're going to speak less about planting and more about planters. Is that correct?
Actually, I do have some questions about plants.
Chair, before,
Questions?
could I just ask, I'm sorry, I wanted to, Parks and Recreation Director, make some comments before you got too much into the weeds, so to speak, of the plant composition, because I did want to reiterate some things that I've said before, speaking to the Parks and Recreation Department. First off, nobody wants this project done yesterday like we do. Every delay we get costs us money, and everybody's tired of talking about what it is and what it's going to be. But I echo a lot of the comments that you've heard thus far about the concerns. If it was the Parks Department, our preference was there would be no plantings. Because no matter how much time we spend talking about what this plant palette looks like, I concur. In 3 years, it will be dirt. 5 years. I mean, I just don't know that the area is sustainable. But because we all have an interest in not having barren dirt, and we want to have some planting areas, and we understand the concerns from the state historic preservation perspective, we are moving forward with the proposed landscape and the plant palette. We just are, you know, we're pessimistic that it will be sustained because of the current uses, because the width of the sidewalk is not increased to, you know, on the days when we have our heaviest use, which is on Sundays, that is our day of heaviest use, and the most multi-use of that area. So I just say that because we are here, we've compromised, we've come up with, if we're going to do it, let's at least use these plants. But I think it's important for us to remind you that we're highly doubtful that it can be sustained in this way with that much landscaping. So we've done all the compromises that we feel we can get with putting in that additional pathway, to have from the edge of the curb to inside to the landscaping is 24 inches. That at least allows some maneuverability. It's not completely open as many would like, but